The People That Can't Grow. Written, illustrated, and narrated by Teresa Crum. Chapter 2. Derek waited for hours for Mary to come rolling up and ready to adventure with him. She never showed, and this broke his heart. He was mostly angry at himself for being so stupid and believing she actually wanted to hang out with him. By the 4th hour, he had worked himself up so much that he left to find the treasure alone. He had gotten to the end of the map and pulled out his folding shovel and began digging. When he got 4 feet in, his shovel got stuck on something that made a ping noise. So he pulled it out and filled the hole. Without opening it, he shoves a tin box into his bag and heads home. His mom is waiting for him when he walked in the door. "How was your adventure with your new friend?" rustling his long hair. He slaps her hand away and began walking up the stairs in anger. "Wait just 1 minute, young man. Get back here and tell me about your night," she scolds, pointing her finger at the ground in front of her. His mom was very tall and curvy and always wore the most vibrant and colorful dresses. She told Derek that his father loved her taste in clothes, which made Derek think his dad might have been blind. Derek walks back to his mom and stares at the floor. She grabs his chin and pulls his head up so that his eyes met hers. "What happened?" she said with concern. "She never showed up, Mom, and I don't want to talk about it," he says, forcing his head back down and slumping into a chair. She looks confused for a moment, then walks to the phone and dials a number. "Hello? Karen? Hi, it's Mallory. Derek is here, and he said that your daughter never showed up. I was wondering why the plans changed and why you didn't call me," she says with a touch of anger. After 2 or 3 minutes of listening to the other end, his mom seems more sad than angry. She puts her hand over her mouth and sits down. "I'm so sorry. If there's anything I can do, just give me a call." "Okay, all right, bye," she says, hanging up the phone. Derek and his mom sat there in silence for a bit. "She didn't come because they got news that her father was hit by a car and is in the hospital," his mom finally says. This news made Derek feel bad for being angry with her. He didn't say anything. He just went to bed. The next morning, when he woke up, the box was waiting for him. When he opened the tin box, there was a slightly smaller box inside. It was a beautiful wood box with intricate designs of swirls and loops. Derek just held it for a while, almost scared to ruin the curiosity and find out what's in there. Then he seen letters carved on the top of the lid. It was his father's initials, DMP, which stands for Derek Micro Pome. Instantly, he was excited to see what the box contained. "Derek, time for breakfast!" his mother yells. Derek sits on the couch after breakfast, just staring at the box. He tried to open it, but it's locked. There's a knock at the door. "I'll get it!" Derek yells, running to the door. When he opened the door, a very old man with a long white beard stood in the doorway, holding an envelope. "Can I help you, sir?" Derek asked politely.
"Why, yes, I'm looking for Derek Jr. Do you know him?"
the man asks, leaning down to Derek's level. "That's me," he yells. The man laughs, then hands Derek the envelope.
"Well, this is for you. Your father asked me to give it to you,"
the man says. By this time, Derek's mom has appeared behind Derek, looking at the man curiously. "Who are you?" she asks cautiously.
"Well, ma'am, I'm an old friend of your husband. He asked me to deliver this envelope to Junior, and since I owe him my life, here I am," the man says, bowing.
"You mean you know my dad?" Derek asks excitedly. The man pauses for a moment and looks at his mom.
"I do know him. He's a great fella. The last time I seen him, he was leaving for a long journey to the mysterious island of Milox," the man says.
"Would you like to come in for some tea?" his mom asks, opening the door.
"Thank you kindly,"
the man says, closing the door behind him. Derek stands there staring at the envelope.
"Well, aren't you gonna open it, kid?" the man asks.
Derek looks at the man and back down at the envelope. "Well, what's in here?" he asks the man.
"Well, hell, I don't know, kid. Ain't my business. But for 12 years my curiosity has got me wondering the same thing," the man giggles.
Derek opens the envelope carefully. "It's a key and a letter," Derek yells, running up the stairs. The old man laughs and joins his mom in the kitchen. Derek was so excited he almost tripped on the carpet in the hallway. He jumped onto his bed and opened the letter. "Dear son, if you are reading this, it means that I did not make it back from Milox. Tell Mickey I said hello and thank you for delivering this letter. I know by now you have grown into the great man I've hoped you would always become. Enclosed in this letter is the key to my box of treasures. I'm giving it to you in the hopes that it will inspire you to be adventurous and live your life on the edge without fear. I love you very much, son, and I wish I could be there with you right now. Love, Dad." Derek cried for what seemed like hours. He had always dreamed that one day his father would walk through the door and he wouldn't be a loser anymore. He grabbed the key and opened the box. There was pictures of mountains covered in green trees and entrances to caves hidden behind blankets of vines. His favorite picture was of his dad holding a big snake with tribe people in a big temple. On the back of each photo had the date and the place they were taken. Derek decided he would go to these same places, so he could see all of it in person. Then he found a small notebook. It was like a journal. It had sketches and coordinates. Derek ran downstairs to share his discoveries with his mom and the old man. They were sitting at the table in the coffee mugs. The old man giggled, making his belly bounce like a kickball. His cheeks and nose were red and surrounded by a white beard, which reminded Derek of Santa Claus. He walked in the kitchen and sat at the end of the table in between his mom and the old man. Derek sat there staring back and forth at them until the old man finally broke the silence.
"Well, what'd you find?"
he says, looking at the book in Derek's hands. "Well, there was a key with a letter, and it fit the treasure chest, so I opened it and found a bunch of old pictures of Dad on his adventures," Derek says, looking down at the book. "What's that book you're holding?" his mom asks. "It's a journal. He wrote in it while traveling. It's really cool," Derek says, rubbing the book with his thumbs.
"Well, I better get going. It's getting late. I've missed my lunch already,"
the old man says, standing up as he takes a flask from his back pocket and takes a swig. "So soon? I could make you some lunch," Derek's mom says, standing up. "Yeah, please don't go yet. I have so many questions to ask you," Derek says, tugging on the man's arm. The man looked down and met Derek's sad face.
"All right, you've twisted my arm. Literally,"
he says. The man sits back down and told Derek all the stories he could remember. Derek's mom made dinner, and before they knew it, it was midnight.
Well, now it really is time for me to head home. It's really late. The old man yawns.
Oh no, I can't have you walking clear across town at this hour. We have a guest bedroom. You could stay the night. Derek's mom insists, helping the man up the stairs. Derek follows behind. I want you to take me to that island my dad got lost trying to find, Derek says with conviction. The two adults look up and exchange glances. They turn around with concern.
Listen, kid, I'm too old to be going on wild adventures, let alone taking care of a little kid,
The old man says, turning back around to walk up the stairs. I'm not a little kid. I can take care of myself. Please, sir, I have to do this, and I need your help, he begs. Sweethearts, I don't want you to get your hopes up. Your father is lost at sea. He isn't probably on that island, his mom says, caressing Derek's cheek. So you're not even going to try? I think he wants me to come find him. I know he's on that island. He's a great adventurer. He couldn't have gotten lost, he exclaims with sparkles in his eyes.
Your father used to get that same look in his eyes when he would try to convince the crew to go on his magic journeys. Listen, I'd love to take you, but these things cost money, kid. More than a couple pennies. We can't just go out without a plan or supplies.
The man almost groans. Derek thought for a moment, considering what the man had said. I have money, lots of it. I've been saving since I can remember. I've never counted it, but I know there's a lot. Can we just at least consider my plan? Derek offers.
Let's all get some sleep, and we will talk about all of this tomorrow,
the old man states as he cracks and grunts up the stairs. That concludes Chapter 2 of The People That Can't Grow. Please tune in next time for Chapter 3. Thanks for watching.